All right, I got another story for you. Have you guys heard of this organization called Our Rescue? You probably haven't because there's so much. When Steve Bannon said flood the zone with shit, he wasn't lying. He wasn't lying. Okay. So on August 7th, HHS, Health and Human Services, awarded Our Rescue a no bid contract with the base of over $158 million, with the potential value of up to $244 million. And it is the first federal contract the organization has ever received. The entire 2025 operating budget was only $37 million. Now, let me tell you, as a small business owner myself, trying to get a contract that's like, you know, 20 times over what your budget is highly unlikely. Of course, in this administration, all you got to do is be a sycophant and you all good. What this contract is actually for is to provide legal representation for undocumented children who are unaccompanied in the immigration court. And so this rescue, ORR is what they call it, which is strange because it is called Our Rescue, but okay, had roughly 1,800 children in custody as of June 2026. And tens of thousands more of them are moving through the system. It was originally founded as Operation Underground Railroad. And I'll give you that look for a reason. Just hold on for a second. Operation Underground Railroad by Tim Ballard, the man dramatized in the 2023 film Sound of Freedom. The group ran overseas sting operations against traffickers. Then, months after the film, former employees accused Ballard of sexual misconduct and assault. He denied it. He left the organization in 2023. And the Salt Lake County District Attorney declined to file criminal charges, citing insufficient evidence. Civil lawsuits are still pending and have not been decided. He currently has no role in the corporation, though, in the organization. Okay, so the problem with this story is the capacity, because reporters could not establish that Our Rescue employs immigration lawyers. Its own website does not list immigration litigation among its functions. So when Noticed asked the organization directly about its legal experience, it didn't respond. So Michael Lukens of the Amica Center for Immigration Rights put it plainly: HHS is giving this to a nonprofit that is highly problematic in their history and has no expertise in providing legal services to unaccompanied children. The new CEO, Derek Benner's answer is the children deserve nothing less than the full weight of our experience. So let that sit next to the previous sentence I just said. They don't have immigration lawyers. They don't even have immigration services on their website. Derek Brenner, as I said, runs it. He's the former executive He's the former executive and associate director of Homeland Security investigations at ICE. The agency that detains and deports is now the alumni pipeline for the organization paid to defend children from deportation. There was already a working system. The Acacia Center for Justice held the contract and distributed the money to nearly 100 legal aid organizations nationwide. So since 2025, more than 20,000 unaccompanied children received legal services through it. And that contract lapsed July 31st, 2026. And Acacia says the government owes it more than $65 million. That's a lot of money. And when you're talking about Trump, he don't pay, even if when he got the money, this is the government's money, he still probably won't pay you. That's horrible. Subcontractors started laying people off. Estrella Del Paso cut 13 staff, and stopped taking new cases. So over 4,000 children in California and roughly 1,400 in New York were put at risk of losing counsel. The infrastructure wasn't missing. It was dismantled. And then the money went to a whole nother organization who don't even claim legal immigration services as one of their abilities, one of their functions. Days earlier, the administration offered roughly $150 million to the Burke Law Group, a Houston law firm with fewer than 30 lawyers and only 2 with immigration experience. Founder Marcella Burke served in Trump's first term as EPA and Interior, and the roster includes conservative legal figures. They turned it down publicly, saying they had only been considering a small portion of the work. So when a firm with ties to the administration looks at a job and says, not us, on government money, that tells you something about the job. Federal law requires the government to ensure unaccompanied children with access to counsel to the greatest extent practicable. Note the hedge. Congress has never fully funded it, though. ORR says it is committed to ensuring every UAC, unaccompanied child, has legal representation in immigration court. Wow. Immigration case timelines have compressed from 6 to 9 months down to 3 to 4 weeks to build an asylum claim for a traumatized child. There is no public defender in immigration court. A child who has no lawyer stands alone. This is what happens when the people vote for a malignant narcissist as head of state. Not only is he corrupt, but the people he hires, typically, the people he employs, tend to believe in what he's doing.